Students, I am Assistant Professor Aparna Kedari. Today we are going to study the reactions of alkene. So let's start with reactions of alkene. Then reactions of alkene. The chemical properties of alkene are the reactions of alkene. The reactions of carbon-carbon double bond are of two types. First is the addition reaction. Second one is the cleavage reaction. Reactions in which the double bond is converted into single bond. This is the characteristics reactions of alkene are called additions reaction. And cleavage reaction means reactions in which carbon-carbon double bond is cleaved into two molecules. Then there are a number of additions reactions which are shown by the alkenes. First is the addition of hydrogen, that is reduction. Second one is the addition of halogen, that is halogenation. And next is the addition of HX, that is hydrohalogenation. And addition of H2, addition of H2SO4, that is addition of concentrated H2SO4. Then addition of H2O, that is hydration. Then addition of HOX, that is hypohalous acid. Formation of glycols, that is addition of KMNO4 or reaction with KMNO4, potassium permanganate. And then last reaction is the addition of diborane, that is formation of alcohol. So let's start with first reaction. Next is the types of cleavage reaction. Cleavage reactions are of two types. First one is the ozonolysis reaction, and second is the reaction cleavage of carbon-carbon double bond by KMNO4, sodium hypoiodide, and the osmium tetroxide. So potassium permanganate, sodium NaIO4, and osmium tetroxide. Then next is the addition reaction. Alkenes easily undergo addition reaction when weak pi bond is broken and two new sigma bonds are formed. Sigma bonds are more stable than the pi bond because the sigma bonds are formed by the internuclear axial overlapping of atomic orbitals. Therefore, extent of overlapping is greater, and in case of pi bond, the pi bonds are formed by the lateral overlapping of atomic orbital, and um, the extent of overlapping is less. Therefore, pi bonds are weaker bond than sigma bond. And in this addition reaction, pi bond is broken and two new sigma bonds are formed. Therefore, driving force for this reaction is the pi bond is broken into and two new sigma bonds are formed. First, the addition reaction, the hydrogen adds across carbon-carbon double bond and gives ethane. Then CS butene, when undergo addition reaction by H2 in presence of nickel, it gives butane. Then next is the addition reaction of this alkene, this 2-methyl propene, 2-methyl to butene. It gives 2-methyl butane. Then these reactions are of opposite to elimination reaction, opposite of elimination reaction. Then next addition of hydrogen, it is reduction. Alkenes easily adds hydrogen in presence of catalyst, and the catalysts used are platinum, nickel, hydrogenated condition in presence of palladium. Nickel, platinum, palladium are used as a catalyst. Then ethene undergo reduction gives ethane. 2-butene undergo reduction gives butane, N-butane, and 2-methyl-2-butene gives 2-methyl butane. That is simply addition of hydrogen across carbon-carbon double bond. Hydrogenation of alkene is exothermic reaction because one pi bond is replaced by two sigma bonds. Then addition of halogen. Alkenes and halogen directly react with this halogen in dark or form vicinal dihalides. I2 generally fails to reaction, but Cl2 and that is chlorine and bromine easily react. This carbon-carbon double bond undergo addition and it gives vicinal halide. Then ethene on reaction with Br2 in presence of CCl4 gives 1,2-dibromoethane, that is vicinal halide. And propene when allowed to react with chlorine in presence of CCl4, that is carbon tetrachloride, it gives 1,2-dichloropropane. Here this Cl2 adds across this carbon-carbon bond, carbon-carbon double bond. Here bromine adds across carbon-carbon double bond. Then next is the 2-methyl propene. Then Br2, addition of this Br2 across this carbon-carbon double bond, it gives the 1,2-dibromo, the 1,2-methyl propane. The Br2 is red brown in color and Br2 bromine is conjugated in this reaction. Therefore, dibromo product is formed and it is colorless, formed which is colorless, and therefore the disappearance of red brown color indicates the presence of carbon-carbon double bond. Therefore, this test is used for the detection of unsaturation. Then mechanism for trans addition. Mechanism of this addition of halogen across carbon-carbon double bond. It is trans addition. Alkene involves two steps. In first step, this pi bond is electron rich and it attack on this bromine and it gives cyclic bromonium ion. Second step, this first step involves the electrophilic addition. This is electrophilic addition because this bromine adds across this carbon-carbon double bond as a electrophile, electron deficient species. The pi bond of alkene is the two slow step and result in the formation of intermediate. It gives three-membered ring as called cyclic bromonium ion. Then step 2 involves the residual Br minus attack. This Br minus attack in second step on this cyclic bromonium ion from the sides opposite of bromine, and this attack can take place on any way of the carbon attached to bromine. It can either attack to this carbon or to this carbon. This step is fast step, and this method of preparation, this is the method of preparation of vicinal halides. We can prepare vicinal halides from alkene. Then third reaction is the addition of HX, that is formation of alkyl halide. Alkenes adds HCl, HBr, HI to form alkyl halide, and this reaction is reverse of elimination of HX from alkyl halide to form alkene. Then alkene plus HX, it gives alkyl halide. Then ethene plus HCl, it gives chloroethane. And butene plus HBr, it gives 2-bromobutane as a product. Then next, if the alkene is unsymmetrical, we will get two products, propene plus HBr. Then, here please consider this is CH3CH because here there is no two hydrogens, only one hydrogen is there. So please consider here one hydrogen and HBr. This is propene CH2CH CH3. Here there is one hydrogen. There is no two hydrogens here, only one hydrogen, and it gives 2-bromopropane as a major product. Here 1-bromopropane as a minor product. The major product can be predicted by using Markovnich's rule statement, and Markovnich's rule statement is in an addition reaction, the negative part of the reagent attaches itself to that olefinic carbon which has less number of hydrogen. Here there is one hydrogen. By mistakenly here there is two hydrogen, but here only one hydrogen. For this negative part of this bromine, HBr, that is bromine, is adds across this carbon-carbon double bond and attaches itself to this second carbon because it bears only one hydrogen. And here in second case, second product is which is minor one. This hydrogen attaches itself to second carbon and bromine to first carbon. Therefore, 1-bromopropane is a minor product according to Markovnich's rule. Because if we see the mechanism of this reaction, first step is the attack of this pi electron to H plus. It undergo protonation and it gives secondary carbocation, and when this hydrogen attaches to first carbon, it gives secondary carbocation, and when this second hydrogen attaches to first carbon, it gives secondary carbocation. Therefore, this reaction always proceeds through the formation of more stable carbocation, and when this hydrogen attaches itself to first carbon, it gives secondary carbocation. But reverse, if this hydrogen attaches to the second carbon, then it gives primary carbocation, which is not stable. Therefore, 1-bromopropane is proceeds through the formation of primary carbocation, and therefore it is minor product, and reaction always proceeds through the formation of secondary carbocation. Then here the first propene HBr adds across this carbon-carbon double bond according to Marconi's rule. Therefore, two products are formed, 1-bromopropane and 2-bromopropane. The major product is 2-bromopropane and minor is 1-bromopropane. This product is according to Marconi's rule. Then in 1-butene, this chlorine is negatively charged, and therefore it attaches itself to carbon second, which has less number of hydrogen, that is 1 hydrogen, and therefore this product is major, that is 2-chlorobutane is a major product, and this 1-chlorobutane is minor product. Methyl propene, when react with HI, it gives 2-iodo 2-methyl propane, and the product is 100% product of this product is only this product is formed. Then vinyl chloride, again it follows the Marconi's rule, and the product formed is 1,1-dichloroethane as a major product. Then into pentane, it is similar in 2-pentane. Product is 3-bromopentane and 2-bromopentane. In this major product is 3-bromopentane is a major product, because here if this carbocation is formed here, there is CH3 group, and if carbocation is formed here, then there is ethyl group. The plus I effect of ethyl group is greater than the methyl group. Therefore, major product form is 3-bromopentane, and 2-bromopentane is minor product. Then next is addition of HBr, peroxide effect. When the addition of HBr to alkene in presence of peroxide, it's called the peroxide effect, and this addition takes place according to Marconi's rule. But when there is peroxide is present, then it follows the anti-Marconi's rule, or opposite to Marconi's rule. That is, negative part of the reagent attaches itself to the carbon, which bears the greater number of hydrogen. Because here the mechanism is radical mechanism, and in this reaction the more stable radical is formed, and reaction always proceeds through the formation of more stable radical, and therefore here 2-bromopropane is a 2-bromopropane, when there is H2O2 is present, that is anti-Marconi's rule. The major product is 1-bromopropane, and when there is no peroxide, then 1-bromopropane is minor product. But when there is HBr, addition of this HBr across this carbon-carbon double bond in presence of this H2O2, then major product is 1-bromopropane, because this reaction proceeds through the formation of more stable radical. Then next is addition of sulfuric acid. Alkenes react with cold concentrated H2SO4 to form alkyl hydrogen sulfate, and this this ethene, when react with H2SO4, it gives ethyl hydrogen sulfate. Again it follows the Marconi's rule. The negative part, this oxygen and this group is negatively charged, therefore it attaches to the, here ethene is symmetrical alkene, therefore there is no major and minor one. But in case of unsymmetrical alkene, there is major and minor product formation. Here only we get only one product, ethyl hydrogen sulfate, but in unsymmetrical alkene it follows the Marconi's rule. Ethyl hydrogen sulfate, then ethyl hydrogen sulfate undergo hydrolysis and gives alcohol. Here this ethyl hydrogen sulfate undergo hydrolysis and we get alcohol. Then same in case of this propene, Here it follows the Markovnik's rule. The negative part of the reagent attaches itself to the carbon which bears the less number of hydrogens, and therefore we get isopropyl hydrogen sulfate. And when this isopropyl hydrogen sulfate undergo hydrolysis, it gives 2-methyl butanol as a major product. Then next is this addition of water, that is hydration. Again, this reaction also follows the Markovnik's rule, and the addition of this H2O cross carbon-carbon double bond gives alcohol. Here it is 2-methyl 1-propene. So OH attaches itself to second carbon and hydrogen to first carbon, and therefore according to Markovnik's rule, tertiary butyl alcohol is formed and 2-methyl 2-propanol, that is IUPAC nomenclature of this compound, is formed as a major product. Ethene undergo hydrolysis gives ethanol. Then next reaction is the oxymercuration and demercuration. In this, it is the best method. It is the best method for the preparation of alcohols from alkenes, and in this reaction rearrangement do not occur and alkenes react with mercuric acid in acetate in presence of water to give hydroxymercurial compound, which on reduction by sodium borohydride undergo demercuration to yield alcohols. Here first there is this mercuric acetate react with water and it gives OH mercury bond, and then this OH mercury OSC adds across this carbon-carbon double bond according to Markovnik's rule. But first there is a reaction of this mercuric acetate and water, and it gives OHSG OSC and elimination of acetic acid. Then this OHSG OSC um, adds across this carbon-carbon double bond according to Markovnik's rule. So charge on mercury is positive and charge on OH group is negative. Therefore, OH attaches itself to this second carbon and HgOSC attaches itself to first carbon. And this is hydroxymercurial compound and it undergo demercuration, that is removal of this mercuric acetate by hydrogen and stay by in presence of sodium borohydride, not sodium hydride. Borohydride acts as a hydrogen donor and therefore here 2-propanol is a product. Same in this second compound, it follows this 3,3-methyl 1-butene. It gives this intermediate and this after reduction or demercuration, it gives 3,3-methyl butanol. Then 1-methyl cyclopentene on reaction or on oxymercuration demercuration gives 1-methyl cyclopentanol. Here there is no hydrogens on this carbon and here one hydrogen. Therefore OH attaches itself to this carbon and HgOSC this carbon, and after demercuration it gives 1-methyl cyclopentanol. Here are some examples of oxymercuration, demercuration. First is the oxymercuration, second one is the demercuration. We get these alcohols, and again these reactions. In this reaction, it follows the Markovnik's rule. That is, OH attaches itself to carbon which bears the less number of hydrogen, and this mercury attaches itself, that is HgOSC attaches itself to carbon which bears the greater number of hydrogens. And then next is the hydroxylation, that is formation of 1,2-diol. Hydroxylation is a reaction in which 2 hydroxyl groups get added to an alkene to form 1,2-diol, and the reagent like camenophore osmium tetroxide is used for the cis hydroxylation of alkene. In cis hydroxylation, when an alkene is reacted with alkaline camenophore, the first forms the cyclic magnet ester, and then this ester undergo hydrolysis and it gives in presence of alkali, it gives the meso 1,2-diol or 1,2-diol. For example, here cis-2-butene undergo reaction with this potassium permanganate and it gives cyclic magnet ester. Then this cyclic magnet ester undergo hydrolysis in presence of alkali, that is sodium hydroxide, and gives 1,2-diol. It is meso 1,2-diol because it has the plane of symmetry, and due to this plane of symmetry it is meso compound. Then next is the oxygen atom of KMNO4. Sorry, a cyclic intermediate is formed, and first this oxygen atom of KMNO4 adds to the double bond, then cyclic intermediate was formed, and this is the example of syn addition. Here oxygen of this KMNO4 adds across this carbon-carbon double bond. There is formation of cyclic ester, and then this cyclic ester, this addition is syn addition because addition of this KMNO4 takes place from the same side of double bond. Therefore, it is syn addition, and the product contain OH group of cis geometry, that is they have cis geometry. Then next reagent is used for the syn addition or for cis hydroxylation is osmium tetroxide. This addition is also syn addition, and it gives cyclic osmate ester. Then this cyclic osmate ester undergo hydrolysis, and it gives cis 1,2-diol. Then disadvantage of this reaction is the resultant 1,2-diol is susceptible to form to undergo further oxidation by KMNO4 to ketone or carboxylic acid. Here is one example. When butane 2,3-diol is formed by KMNO4, that is cis hydroxylation, then it further undergo oxidation and gives acetic acid. Is 2 molecules of acetic acid. This is the disadvantage of hydroxylation. The next is the trans-hydroxylation, and for trans-hydroxylation the reagent used is organic per acids. Here is the formic acid. The pi bond is broken and 3 members cyclic ether is formed. This cyclic ether is called epoxide, and this reaction is known as epoxidation reaction. Here trans-2-butene, this reagent used for trans-hydroxylation is per acids, organic per acid, here per formic acid. First it gives, that is this oxygen, that is bond formation between this carbon and oxygen and OH. Then removal of this OH by attack of this formate ion, it gives the cyclic ether, and this cyclic ether is called the epoxide. Then water molecule attack on this carbon from backside of this carbon oxygen carbon bond, and this addition is anti-addition, and we get OH to the opposite side of double bond, and therefore there is formation of 1,2-diol. Then next is the hydroboration oxidation. The alkenes react with diborane to form trialkyl borane, which on further oxidation yields alcohol. This is indirect method of hydration of alkene, and in this it again follows here the addition of hydrogen and boron, that is BH2. It gives, first it will give trialkyl borane. There are 3 equivalents of propylene is used, and when it is allowed to react with diborane in presence of THF, that is tetrahydrofuran, it gives trialkyl borane, and then that is tripropyl bromine borane. Then it undergo oxidation in presence of hydrogen peroxide and NaOH. We get the alcohol, that is 3 molecules of alcohol, propyl alcohol, and plus boric acid. Here are some examples of hydroboration oxidation. 1-butene on hydroboration gives this trialkyl borane. Again it undergo oxidation and we get the N-butyl alcohol. Then here we get the isobutyl alcohol, that is addition of this hydrogen and BH2 across this carbon-carbon double bond. Hydrogen attaches itself to this carbon, second carbon, according to Markovnich's rule, and boron is positively charged. Therefore, it attaches itself to first carbon, and we get the corresponding alcohol, that is isobutyl alcohol and primary alcohol. It is primary alcohol. Then here there are other 2 examples. Then next reaction is the cleavage reaction is ozonolysis. In this carbon-carbon double bond undergo cleavage. The alkene is reacted with ozone to form ozonide, which is then hydrolyzed to give cleavage product. And the cleavage product of alkene is aldehyde or ketone. It is depend on the structure of alkene. First, alkene undergo ozonolysis. It gives molozonide, and this molozonide is converted into ozonide. And this ozonide undergo reaction with water in presence of zinc. It gives aldehydes and ketone. Here this carbon pairs hydrogen and CH3 group, therefore it gives the acetaldehyde, and this carbon there are two hydrogens, therefore it gives the formaldehyde. And in this case there are two CH3 groups on this double bonded carbon, therefore it gives acetone, and this carbon there are two hydrogens, therefore it gives formaldehyde. Then in this both CH3 groups are CH3 groups are present. Two CH3 groups are present on both the carbon at double bonded carbon. Therefore, there are two molecules of acetone is formed in this reaction. Then next is the cleavage by cheminophore. The cold alkaline cheminophore first convert alkene to diol, and which is oxidized by NaIO4 into acids and ketones, and CO2 depends on the structure of alkene. Here alkene, first it undergo hydroxylation in presence of cheminophore, it gives diol. Then this diol react with NaIO4 and gives CO2 acid ketones depending on the structure of alkene. Here, if here is the non-terminal alkene, then this non-terminal alkene is first gives diol, 1,2-diol, then it reacts with NaIO4 and gives acetic acid. This part gives acetic acid and it will give acetone. Then here it is terminal alkene. When there is terminal alkene, then this terminal carbon gives carbon dioxide, and this carbon gives acetone. Therefore, the product is depend on the structure of alkene. This is all about the reactions of alkene.